What's up, guys? Fat Fingers here today. We're going to show you how to impress your family with the ultimate pork shish kebab. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to blow people away with a cooking style like none other, with a lot less mess and a ton of flavor. This recipe is really built around meat. The meat we're using is pork, country-style boneless ribs. I love this cut because it has some great ratios of meat and fat. We're going to try and prepare everything in large cubes, though, so that we can fit them on our skewers. Our skewers are about like 1, maybe 1.5 inch wide, maybe 2. So we want to make sure the skewer has something to grab onto. You don't want to have them falling off because they're so small. I like to layer some of the meat in the bag and then hit it with olive oil. That way, like as I'm working up and building all the meat in the bag, at least everything's getting a little bit of a coating. Great, we're all done. So now we're gonna go to our seasoning stage. I'm just gonna do some salt and then add in the seasoning packet from Grill Mates. I really like to use a spoon to help sort of spread the seasoning out. It gives me a little more control to hit the corners and make sure the seasoning isn't landing on one piece of meat. You don't want to like be marinating and there's only one thing getting marinated, you know. We're off to the fridge. We're gonna let this marinate at least overnight in the fridge. If you can get 2 days, that's the best. All right, it's grilling day. Let's prep our veggies. We're gonna do purple onions and green bell peppers. I love the colors that it adds. The flavor's already there, so it's just that extra little bit of something to make it seem amazing before someone even tries them. We're gonna quarter our onions and take apart the layers. Usually have a bowl around next to me where I can just sort of throw the onions and throw the bell peppers that we're gonna cut in. For our bell pepper, we're actually gonna cut it right in half and then pull out our core and you know, we're gonna make sure we save it for our stock. Go ahead and cut down those natural seams of the pepper. This will give us almost equal portions that we want, and then we can cube it really nicely. I like to line them all up and then just cut them all together. We're gonna toss our veggies in some garlic seasoning. I found it at TJ Maxx. It's salt, olive oil, a little bit of garlic, probably like a little bit of parsley in there. Don't forget to season your veggies because most people just throw them on the grill. You want to give them at least something. We took our meat out a few hours before cooking. That way we aren't throwing cold meat on a hot grill. You want the meat to really be cooking through, and having it cold in the middle doesn't help at all. It's like throwing an ice cube on a grill. I like to start with an onion and pepper and make a little seat with it for the meat. I try to think of how much space I'll have on the grill and then put the first piece of meat there. You can even go outside and test it with the skewer. You can continue doing the same pattern of onion, pepper, and meat all the way up the skewer until you're about one piece of meat away from the end of the skewer. Perfect, our skewers are ready. Today I'm using the Oklahoma Joe's Longhorn grill and some Royal Oak charcoal. I've used other charcoal but would find plywood bits and like pieces from construction areas in the bag in the bottom, and I feel like this is really the best charcoal. I'm going to use the firebox on my grill, which is perfect for skewers. It's just a little smaller than the grill and seats really nicely. You're going to start a fire for about 13 minutes. I like to leave a few coals on top that are just getting burned so they're just starting to turn a little white. Definitely throw your pellets in, and as soon as you see them smoking, go ahead and put your skewers on the other side of the grill where there is no charcoal. We're gonna smoke the shish kebab first for about 8 minutes. When the meat first goes on the grill is when it really will take on most of the smoke. This is what I want to take advantage of to give the meat another level of season. For the last 10 to 12 minutes of cooking, we're gonna move our skewers over the fire and turn them every 4 minutes. I ended up spreading our charcoal out with some tongs to just get a bigger area of cooking. I pushed some of the coals against the back and front of the grill to create a middle section with intense convection heat. Great, our skewers are now slowly caramelizing. For the last 2 to 3 minutes, I do a lot of flipping, and I like to drizzle the red wine vinegar every time I flip onto the skewers. This will give us like a good tang that we want, instead of putting it in the marinade where it's gonna like change what the meat looks like and what it tastes like. All right, after about 18-20 minutes, we're all done with our shish kebabs. We take them inside. They should feel like a medium rare to medium steak. Pork doesn't have to be overcooked, unlike most people believe. I'd like to hit it at the end with a drizzle of red wine vinegar again, just to give it that extra tang. All right, perfect. If you're looking for anything I used in this video, it should be linked below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to learn how to cook amazing food without any hassle.